That's my view. All right, now, have you seen this ad from the Republican National Committee?
I have no idea why the attitudes are so hands-offy here. It's just unbelievable.
This is a 90-second internet ad that Republicans put together that's ripping President Obama for playing golf, hosting a Paul McCartney concert at the White House, then playing more golf, then taking Michelle on a date night, then back to the golf course, all as the gusher in the Gulf was spewing out tens of thousands of gallons of crude oil, and for taking 58 days before he met with the chairman of BP. So is that RNC video fair? Joining me now from our newsroom is Todd Schnitt, host of the Schnitt Show, nationally syndicated on radio. And Todd, we're glad to have you here. What do you think of this criticism of the president? Is it fair?
Of course it's fair. What is wrong with the unadulterated dissemination of pure fact?
Well, I might offer this counter-argument. He was given a lot of misinformation by BP, and we all know it.
Well, we were all giving misinformation by BP. We all were led astray. BP has lied, but that is something the president and a White House needs to do. They need to ascertain exactly what's going on.
Well, I think they did step in after 8 days, and right after BP did say that it was moving 10 times faster than they originally thought it was, this oil. So at least there was some reaction as soon as the scope of the gravity of it became clearer in Washington.
You know, still, this administration did not act properly from day one. They're trying to revise history by saying that they were there from day one. They needed to seize this moment and act properly in a crisis.
Well, let me ask you this. What could the president have done differently? We see that all the expertise is actually in the Gulf. It's not in Washington.
Well, we have boom that was not distributed properly from around the country. There were offers from other countries to bring skimmers in. We could have waived the Jones Act like Bush did after Katrina, and that wasn't done. We've got a president that played numerous rounds of golf, met with Kelly Clarkson, Bono, Paul McCartney, who made disparaging comments toward Bush. You know, bottom line now is we're seeing numbers that show that the country thinks that Bush did a better job handling Katrina than Obama is doing handling this oil disaster.
Todd, do you think there's any political conflict here in asking the government for more help when a lot of people in this country are demanding less government?
Clearly, there's a time for less government. This is a time for government coordination, and this administration right now gets an F.
One more question here, Todd. Do you think, given all the criticism that President Bush got for his lack of action on Katrina, is this President Obama's Katrina?
I think so. You're faced with a disaster, you're faced with a crisis, and the country wants a president to act. And instead of a leader, we've got a teleprompter reader.
You're going to be taking your show on the road, I know, to tour these Gulf Coast states. What are you going to do?
Actually, after my Schnitt show tomorrow, I'm going to hop a flight to the Gulf region, and I'm going to be visiting Gulfport, Biloxi on Saturday, as well as Dauphin Island, Orange Beach, Gulf Shores Beach in Alabama, Perdido Bay, Floribama, and then over to Pensacola to see what's going on along the coast.
Thanks for coming in. Todd Schnitt for joining us. We'll look for you on the radio.
Well,